Alright, this video is going to be another method how to pick up your motorcycle. So just like the first one, you're going to be using leverage to pick up this bike, because a lot of the bikes, they are relatively heavy, but it's not like we're trying to deadlift all these bikes. We're trying to use the leverage and make it a lot easier. So this one's going to be using the handlebar method. So you're going to see that in a second. Bike's going to be toppled over in the middle of the road. You got to be able to pick it up, especially if, let's say, you're on a trail or something. Someone can be coming up behind you. You want to pick it up fairly quick. You've probably seen motocross riders do this on their bikes when they crash on the track. Just real quick, pick it up from that handlebar. Works really well with sport bikes as well, because of that shorter, because it is lower to the ground, shorter, and that the angle of those bars aren't that easy to get underneath and do the legs pushing back method. So you'll see that in a second. All right, so the bike fell on the ground, toppled over for some reason, got to pick it up. One of the easier methods, again, is going underneath, as you've seen my other videos, getting underneath those, grab the bars, grab the handguard, squat, and go ahead and push backwards when you start lifting up on the seat, and then the leverage brings it up. But I don't know, again, another method, it's going to be using these handlebars. So what I like doing is, since the bike is pretty heavy, you're out on an adventure, loaded up, I take off all the weight that I can. So here I took off the top case because that's another 30-40 pounds that I just need to have there. You're already stuck, so take it off, take off your gear, make it a lot easier. Then we're going to turn this bar, we're going to move this handlebar all the way to the other side. That way. And now I'm going to pick it up from this handlebar, picking up diagonally this way. What that does is it's going to use the leverage from here. Again, the rear tire, it's going to touch the ground. It's going to just stay there because I already checked the bike was in gear. Either stalled out, toppled over. So you're going to go from here. Notice I'm not picking up yet. I'm just going to bring it to where that, see, now the tires are on the floor. And now this is actually a lot easier to lift from here. Pushing forward.
So you're just going to continue pushing. The bike's pretty much straight up at this point. I just have to balance it. So now you don't want to go too far because the kickstand is on this side. So make sure that you put that kickstand down, and then there you go. That's another method for picking up the bike, because let's say from the center is always going to be the easiest one. But
that handlebar method works really well. Again, like I said, for sport bikes as well, particularly because it is sometimes a little bit difficult to grab the bars and a grab rail of some kind. Now, as you might have noticed, I took off the top case when I did that demonstration, because if I have the time, I always advise take off any unnecessary weight. So while the bikes, again, we're not lifting the bikes, we're using the leverage. Still, just get as much weight as you can off. So additional 40 pounds here, took that off. Makes it a little bit easier. Same thing with your side bags or anything else you might be carrying. So that's what I did. Take off your gear. You're going to be overexerting yourself, so you're going to get warm. So just take off your gear, take off your helmet. But again, if it is an emergency, you got to get out of the way. Just try to do it as best as you can. So that's another method.